shitty in my bed, didn't take my fucking meds. Hyper pop up in my ears, everything just disappears. Don't wanna be someone else, just don't wanna hate myself. Just don't wanna hate myself. Said I wanna be bad. I'm on a sugar crash, I ain't got no fucking cash.
Hi everybody, it's me, Alphys again, and today I'm back with playing Doki Literature Club. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is where I last left off. Okay, hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already used. Oh, okay, that'll make recording go a lot quicker. Thank God. Okay, okay, so yesterday, last time I recorded, I did only day 2 with Sayuri. So this time, I'm gonna start with the other 2 girls and see how it will work with them. So I think I'm gonna do... Okay, I think next I am going to go with Natsuki. Okay, Valentine. Anime. Kitty. Funny. I'm gonna put a little bit of theory and a bit of theory in there, just to be fair. Okay, strawberry. Marshmallow. I'm really picking up the nasty words. I love that. Okay, childhood. Oh, yep, that's Sayuri. Is there? Oh, Vincent. Marion. Okay. Here. Papa. It's cute. Okay. Lollipop. Heart. Oop. Philosophy. And empathy. Okay, this should definitely appeal to Natsuki. Okay, we went through all this already. Skipping. Here Natsuki on her exasperated side buttons in the closet. Seems to be annoyed by something. We approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is just one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I do love anime. You think Mew Mew Kizzy Cutie kind of exists over here? Probably not. Oh well. I see. Here's a little volume of a manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, he pulls it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. He then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book mixing is really the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I gotta keep up with the mangas. Like, I need them to be in order. I get a closer look at the book she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, then you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. And I'll tell you one thing, Alphys. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls in the Box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. He shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. I don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. He then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. Cat's on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Lucy. Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that. What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. Only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you even paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can on at the same time. It looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously! I think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's really a funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. So many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. Just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment so she doesn't want to omit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking right around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's a manga. I feel bad for anybody that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. So, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, she looks so cute like this. Aww. We read on for a few more minutes. Finish a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I just get excited when I convince my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. I just think manga is for kids. even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Tell me about it.
I just can't when some people don't really like manga like that. It's, But I'm convinced of one thing. Anime is real. Okay, continue on. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it?
I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying it yourself, right?
So?
Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah.
Flip the page. At least Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. She gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Let's finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience. Well, that makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready for today's poems?
Oh, come on!
Your time may be any worse. Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Well, you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me.
She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me.
Alright, guess I'll stop here for now.
Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. Just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb.
Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright?
I see that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow?
Well, you got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind with some shows if I try to get through this. I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then, I stand up. I return to waiting for myself and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
I can finally skip.
I like it, Alpha.
Really?
You're still a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So I'll take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only like a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot.
well before you feel comfortable doing this. Oh, I can skip again. Finally. Okay, this time I'm gonna do Natsuki last. So I'll go to Sayori. This is a good poem, Alphys. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of girl who would be writing poems in her spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why you impress me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. I can finally skip. Okay. Okay, Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. It passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. I can skip ahead on this one. Finally, Natsuki. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you all my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how you said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. But I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. So... You don't understand anything, do you? I told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Oh, yep, there's the poem. Finally, I can skip ahead. I think I'm just gonna continue going with the help me Sayori thing. I don't want the other liking me anymore. Okay. Well, that was Natsuki's day. Okay, how about I save today, and then I can finally load. Okay, finally, it's time for Yuri. Okay, I'm mostly gonna do the long words. Vivacious. Judgment. Afterimage. Excitement. Hawaii. Heavens. Imagination. Romance. Anime. Luckily. Challenge. Sticky. Vitality. Analysis. Brightening. Termination. Yes. I get all the termination. Tenacious. Landscape. This is definitely in Yuri's favor. Okay, skipping ahead, skipping ahead, skipping ahead. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I don't feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. Other than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Better this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so
That's the book that you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same?
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. As it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Some ominous-looking eyes stumble on the front cover.
alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that Queen came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Alphys?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can totally enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She looks shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
Achoo! Excuse me.
And horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to eat you, but because they have their own rules or their own philosophy that they just believe in. But suddenly, when you find related to the protagonist, you're made out to be the naive one from letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. But I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I couldn't forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I'm saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. This means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I say alright? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. It is reading company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I see and understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence reading over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. It's in the corner of my eye. Since she's not actually looking at her own book, I glance over. I feel like she's reading my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
You do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
this should work, right? I slam my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
We timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. And in holding it like this, put it even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. She's so cute.
Are you ready? Turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if that takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Her thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? What is she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses all the things that she says and does. She's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent in some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Alphys, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
But wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are singles and okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. You might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales. Despair for finishing your thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish off the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. Stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. It's skipping. Okay, Monica.
Great job, Alphys. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everything's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write in that effect, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Okay, time for Yuri to go last. And I can just skip ahead. Right, skipping. And finally, Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem as if reading it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical.
Oh, wait, I can finally skip.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah, if anything, I could have learned a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. In the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Alphys.
Me too. You know what? I think I'm just... Okay. I think I might need to do all the options, so... I'm just... Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. You don't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, you're still putting feeling into it. It's becoming something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. See?
I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. If you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, that's enough. You both said the things you shouldn't be. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody is seeking your side. She's trapped at this point, finally, because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. See, Harry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. Just spare me a minute to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. And away, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki.
She really didn't mean to do that.
I look across the room. Mary has her chin buried in her hands while she stares at him. Gingerly approach her and sit down in Jason's chair. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Harry. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it, as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Alphys, you too. I'm thankful that you're a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. One thing that Natsuki said. Well, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea.
good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip ahead. Save here. Load here. So I can go with Natsuki. Yuri, really talented.
Well,
But Natsuki has a point. I think that directly bringing him to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. Let's the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't I? Just how much you know.
that's not.
Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? You're so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was great. It's a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I'll glance over my shoulder. Harry is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. Finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me to Jim. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Alphys. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. But everyone stop staring at me! Surprisingly, Natsuki takes a harder time with it than she boasted. Very Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Yuri on the shoulder.
Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Alphys. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazy grunt we got a little too used to.
So my join in the club is responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we'll do literature-related things in the club room. Maybe to get the chance to pick up a book or do some reading. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why they're the vice president, Sayori.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, so that was day 2 with Natsuki and day 2 with Yuri, along with each of the endings with each of the choices with the argument in area. Tomorrow I'm gonna start doing day 3 with, if I have enough time, then I'll probably do either Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, maybe one other of the 3. So, I honestly can't wait. So, yeah, this is it. See how long I've been recording this time. Oh yeah, about 40 minutes. That's actually a lot better. Because I saved them time by skipping. Cool. So, yeah, this was part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody! Hit the ball, feeling shitty.